Hey guys, Chris Grow Fishing here. Little tip Tuesday we're going to do here. And what we're starting this off on is this is going to be a combination of things. Some of you guys might just ignore this because you already know, but these are some line tips. It's spring here in the north. I've already been fishing for a few months. But I'm changing some line, getting some new line ready for Kentucky and some guide trips I have here. The name of the game is spooling line. I know it sounds super easy, but I'm going to give you a couple tips here to make your life easier. Majority of us are using fluorocarbon, braid, some still mono. All this applies. And I'm not just saying some of these things because I'm sponsored by them. Repetition. The products I use, I believe in, okay? So number one product that I believe in, goes hand in hand with spooling line, is KVD's line and lure conditioner. Guys, this is a must-have. It is a simple, inexpensive item that is going to make all your spooling needs easier. And it's also going to put some longevity into your fluorocarbon line. Guys, fluorocarbon is not cheap, and this allows this to last a little bit, allows it to protect from the UV damage that's on your deck while your rods are sitting out in the sun. Has multiple reasons. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna culminate, is that the word? I don't even know. We are gonna put together a couple little tips here. I just thought this would be good because I'm doing this right now. It's raining outside. It's miserable here in Ill. We got snow coming on Thursday. But this is it, okay? The first tip is, guys, go get yourself a bottle. Go to cleverinnovations.net. You can buy it there. It's probably cheapest there. You can go to Tackle Warehouse, whatever it may be. But this is the deal, okay? First tip is this. Here we go. So I got my bottle out. I am spooling up my spinnerbait rod. I'm almost done spooling it up. But I'm going to show you kind of how I do things here. I'm filming myself, so I'm going to move things around, move the camera around. But here we go. So I got my spinnerbait rod. I'm almost filled. I'm just kind of showing you how this goes about, okay? Got my line and lure conditioner. Got a bunch of line on there. Sure, I could spray it, let it soak in. All good. Guys, simple. Keep this with your line. Maybe in a towel setter. I've got a lot of sponges. I cut a chunk of sponge off. Simple. I soak the sponge in the conditioner. Simple. We all use two hands when we're putting line on. So now, through the process, you're going to have to do this multiple times, of course, and I'm towards the end. To put my line on taunt, I wrap the sponge around that is soaked, and now I'm holding it. Oh, I'm tangled in a wind chime. That ain't good. Oh, God. Oh, gosh. All right, well, we're going to be tangled in a wind chime, and you're going to hear it. See? This is all real. So you guys set up like this. Got my hand with the sponge soaked in the line and lure, and when I'm reeling it on, it's coating every single little bit as I go through. Simple. I'm almost full. I'm almost there. There we are. We're full enough. But like I said, you're putting 100 yards, 150 yards on. You're gonna reapply the KVD line and lure as you're putting on the line. So now I'm filled. Life is good. Add insurance. I'm going to put the conditioner on here, let it soak in on my brand new fluorocarbon. Okay? So this rod will be rigged with a spinnerbait. It'll be put on the deck or in the rod box until I get out on the water. Okay, you just heard me. I'm going to tie this spinnerbait on. Okay, cool. But this is another tip. And guys, this semi-applies to bait casters. I do not do it as often. But, guys, spinning tackle, this is a must. Okay? You know, we all know how spinning tackle works, whether we're using a braid or we're using straight fluorocarbon. Guys, conditioner, let it soak in, but here is the deal. You get out on the water, please do this to allow yourself less headaches. Let the majority, not majority, but let's just say half, 3/4 of your line, let's just say half the spool of the fresh line. If you're tagging on there, of course, keep the tag end in the spool, but let it out the back. Either have the trolling motor going or the big motor going, and literally let it all out. You can do 2 at a time if you want. Engage the bail and stretch this line as you're going. Reel up a couple 100 yards, stretch, reel. And as I get towards the end where I'm almost to the last 50, 60 yards, I will start reeling in and applying this in layers. The good old KVD conditioner. Guys, this will save you 18 million headaches. The line will go on nice. It'll go on wet. It will get any twist or tangles that you put in by creating that, by putting the line on dry or you know, like I'm saying, spinning reels, they're just sensitive. And we hate loops. We hate having to dig things out in the middle of fishing. So this right here is going to save your butt, guys. So definitely the 2 keys to this: sponge on application, whether it's spinning or bait casting, reapplying the KVD every couple 100 yards, and guess what? Stretching the line. And guys, I am 100% through and through Berkley till I die. I don't care if it's Durabraid, X5, Berkley Trilene, 100% fluorocarbon, big game, whatever it is. I'm till I die. But guess what? This technique, this tips is with every line. I don't care what other brand you're using. This is just a line maintenance / spinning rod maintenance tip. Okay? So we got that. Any questions about that, let me know. I know it takes time, but guess what takes more time? Is digging out loops, cutting off line, retying. This will get away from that in the spinning rod. So that was that. Now my next couple tips here, okay? Some of these, you may have to be a criminal. And I think I've told a few of you this before, but you don't have to. You don't have to. But here's where we go. I travel a ton, and I just cut this off. One of the best things for spooling line, and I'm surprised no one's made it. And they can name it this: the hotel ice bucket. Look at that. That comes off perfectly. So, I think I stole this ice bucket 18 years ago. So, not sure if they're still looking for me, but ice bucket or some sort of square bucket. It just allows everything to come off nicely. And it's easy to store. You can put your line back in there. Stupid tip. But guess what? It makes your life 100 times easier. So definitely you're at a hotel or you see one laying around, something of this nature. I don't care if it's some Tupperware container you steal from your wife, whatever it may be. This is the name of the game. So that is one tip, okay? Let me spool this back up. Then my next tip. We're staying with the line subject, okay? You see this awesome homemade chain rats. Where's the sticky stuff? Holy cow, look at me. Oh, I guess I'll find it in a minute. Oh, there it is. So, my line storage. You're like, what the heck's up with the chain rats cooler? All right, this is some cheap cooler I won many years ago. I spray painted it, doctored it up all chain rats. But guess what it is? It is my line storage bin. You're like, oh, wow. Nice, nifty line storage bin. Well, it is nifty. Holds everything in there, no problem. I've got all my line, my Durabraid, my filler spools, my bolt spools, everything. Got extra scissors in there. I keep a bottle of this in there. We good to go. But guess what? You know what's awesome about this is? We traveling in different months of the year. And let's go back to cost efficiency. These lines aren't cheap. I do not want this sitting in the back of my truck and it's 110 degrees out and it's 120 in the truck. I've got it in an insulated cooler. Sure, it's still going to get hot, but maybe it's only 85 degrees in here. less abuse on my line, and that's vice versa with the cold. I don't know what cold weather does to fishing line. I know what it does to guides, fills them up with ice. But guess what? Any way we can take care of our line, line's expensive. So get yourself a cheap cooler. You can do it up like I did. Some people take like the little tiny igloo ones that open up. They don't, carry as many bulk spools. But guys, a cooler helps this line get longevity, not get struck in by the heat and UV rays sitting in the back of your truck, sitting in your garage on a dog day summer. So, guys, cheap cooler for holding all your line and easier to move around and take from the truck to the boat to the garage. Got that. Steal yourself a ice bucket from your local hotel, motel, whatever you got to do, or steal a piece of Tupperware from your wife or girlfriend. Buy yourself some line and lure conditioner. I can't stress it enough. I've been using this long before I was sponsored by him. I think I bought like the 3rd bottle ever in existence, whatever that was, 15 years ago. But get yourself a bottle of this. Use Berkeley Trilane, and life is good. I'm Chris Girl Fishing. That is our together compiled line tip for the spring. You guys rock. Talk to you soon.